Plaintiff Nicole Moore dated the defendant, and she claims he's 32 years old, mooches off of women, and spends all his money at the strip clubs. Nicole says she discovered that the defendant was dating her and his ex at the same time, and she's suing him for rent, speeding tickets, and a DUI fine. Defendant Chris Clips insists he had various jobs while dating the plaintiff and never mooched off of her. Chris admits to owing for the DUI fine, but insists he did not get any speeding tickets on her car and says he never agreed to pay her for rent.
Start with you.
All right. Well, basically, the defendant is 32 years old, Your Honor, and he basically makes his money off of just mooching off of women. The saddest part is if he didn't spend his money hanging with the homies all day and going to the strip clubs, basically he'd probably be able to pay his bills, but he'd rather mooch. It's sad because he has 2 degrees.
In what?
One's in criminal justice, and he has a bartending license.
What type of degree? Oh, in criminal justice. Associate's, bachelor's?
Bachelor's from Kent State University, which is where I first met him a long time ago.
How long ago was that you met him?
1999.
When did you all begin dating?
This was the summer of 2010.
And you all stopped dating when?
Just this past January.
All right, so you all dated for 2.5 years or so?
Almost 3, yeah.
All right, and what was that like?
Well, when I first met him, he brought me over to his apartment that I thought was his, and it ended up being his baby's mom's Section 8 apartment that he lived in. I didn't.
Where was she? Was she
She was
living
out of
there?
town, apparently. I didn't know. After that, you know, I started realizing that he was having his cake and eating it too. He said he wasn't with her. It was just for the sake of their child and to finish school at the time. He had another semester to go. I started to realize that that was not the case. So one day I had to march over there and knock on her door. And I had to say, you know, you don't know me, but I know who you are, and this is what's going on. Basically, after that, she kicked him out. He started staying with me. Right before this happened, he got in trouble like the summer before that with the DUI where he had time to pay. Even though he had his degree at this point, he still had never gotten a job.
Is that part of the lawsuit today?
Yes, it is.
All right, what do you mean never?
He never got a job the whole time we were together.
I don't believe that.
No.
3 years?
For, you know, what I ended up finding out is that
let me hear from him.
Okay.
Sir, you want to tell me your side?
I mean, I don't feel like I owe her nothing. Like, you know.
Yeah. All right, let me just ask. If not, we can move right into that. I just wanted to know if you felt like responding to the allegation that you were a mooch, you mooch off women, to the allegation that you were living with the mother of your child in Section 8 housing, and you got kicked out by her, and then she took you in, and lastly, that you've never worked in 3 years. Do you want to address it? Otherwise, we can get right back into the case like you attempted to.
Right.
Maybe you didn't feel like going over there. I don't blame you. I wouldn't want nobody to know that
she
either.
wanted me to stay there, and at one point we.
I'm talking about. Let's start. Well, that's
Your
all right.
Honor.
You don't want to deal with being put out of the projects by your woman.
I mean, she lived across the street.
Okay, I'm just saying.
So I was really
she stayed across the
convenient,
street. Good
basically.
excuse. Have you worked in 3 years? Maybe we just get
Yes.
That's a lie, be honest.
Okay, where? If you don't mind.
I mean, I've had different jobs. I bartend, I landscape. I had looked for a job, but
Did you live with her?
yes,
Why?
because she wanted me to.
She put you out?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did.
Why?
I mean, multiple reasons.
Okay, how about
you
the
know,
other woman? Why she put you out the projects?
We came to an agreement.
All right, that's put out. Go ahead, ma'am. Get to the rent, the speeding tickets, and the DUI.
So he had a warrant for his arrest, okay?
For what?
He did not pay his fines for the DUI and drug possession, okay? He was going to go to jail under the assumption that he promised he was going to get a job once this warrant was lifted, and this is the only reason he couldn't work. I paid it for him. It was $865. He never got a job still and never paid any of the rent. That's when I kicked him out too.
What was the agreement on the rent?
It was $300 a month. My rent was $685.
So what months did he fail to pay?
June, July, August, and September.
Of what year?
2011.
All right. And the other was a fine?
Yeah, $865.
And speeding tickets, I see.
2 of them. When I started to visit him, when I kicked him out, he moved to another place that was
He speeds from one house, gets kicked out.
Yeah. Yeah. He went to live another place that he didn't have to pay rent, which was his parents' property. I would go to visit him. When I was asleep, he took my car and ran errands.
And sir, what do you say to these debts that she's suing you for?
I mean, I'm an honest man. She did pay the DUI, and I said that I would pay her back, and I have paid her some, but I didn't pay her the whole amount back. Like I said, as far as rent, I mean, she wanted me to be there, and
no, I wanted you to be there.
Quiet, ma'am.
I mean, she wanted me to be there.
I heard you that. You said that like 5 times.
Yeah.
So you're saying that to say you never agreed to pay her rent? Is that what you mean?
I mean, because everybody was there.
So you did not agree to pay her rent?
No.
Okay, good enough. When was the last time you paid anybody rent? Did you pay your woman in the projects when she put you out? Did you pay her any rent?
I help out.
When you got put out the projects?
I
There
help
was
out.
no rent.
Did you pay your mama when you went back to her?
I help out.
Did you help her out?
With his
Yes,
food
I
stamp
did.
card, that's how he helps out.
with his food stamp
Yep.
card.
I ain't never gave you no money.
Off of the food stamp card,
I
maybe.
ain't never gave you no cash.
Sir, you take
No.
food stamps and 3 years out of college? See, that's what's concerning me, is that you have a college degree. Do you have a bachelor's degree?
Yes.
And for 3 years, you haven't gotten any type of job?
Landscaping,
Nope.
bartending.
I believe you can do better than that, sir.
Judge, may I speak, please?
You want to stay in that? State your name.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. I'm Nicole's best friend. The thing is this. He's not a go-getter. He's lazy. He doesn't want to work. He has no
How
drive.
do you know?
I've known Chris since 1999 as well. He fooled me. I thought he was a really great guy, nice.
You had to put him out, too?
I lived there at the time. That's how I know this happened. I lived there. I didn't get put out.
Tell me why you say he's lazy. Maybe
But
he's just not trying hard
He has no
enough.
drive, Your Honor.
All right,
You
that's
have
what
to
that
you have
means.
to
Well,
care
say
about
that. Don't say
yourself
the
to
man's
want to
lazy.
do
Well,
better.
say that. Say that. I believe if I hired him right now, he'd come to work.
Oh, yeah, but
For you, because maybe you're
Anybody.
Judge Mathis.
because I brought him on the show, Your Honor.
Because we
He go
I
to
brought
work.
him here.
Lazy mean he wouldn't go if he got a job. She put you out?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did.
Why?
I mean, multiple reasons. Like,
Okay, how about
you
the
know,
other woman? Why she put you out the project?
We came to an agreement.
All right, that's put out. Go ahead, ma'am.
Plaintiff Nicole Moore says while dating the defendant, she discovered he was seeing her and his ex at the same time.
Sir, you admit to owing. What do you dispute? She says a DUI fine, $865. Do you dispute that?
I can't dispute that.
All right.
I'm
These
an honest man.
speeding tickets, 212.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, please.
Ma'am, you have anything on
Yes,
speeding
I
tickets?
do. I have it. Here's.
Have you mentioned it to him before?
Yes, I have.
And what would he say?
I said, I know I didn't get these.
What
because
did he say?
He
He
said,
said,
you're
I
right,
asked what
I'll
you
pay
said.
you back.
Okay. Did
And
you
I
ever tell her you pay it back? The speeding ticket.
No, not for no speeding ticket, no.
And what about the rent? You say she wanted you to stay there, but that doesn't mean that you didn't agree to pay her.
2 tickets in 3 weeks, Your Honor. Same exact
All right.
place, and I don't drive down
My
that
wife
road.
want me to stay there, but I had to pay. Just because your woman wants you to stay there don't mean you don't have to pay, sir. Sir, you haven't paid this woman anything. I believe you owe this woman for these tickets also. You haven't paid anything on anything.
Everybody stayed at that house. How I get stuck with the brothel rent?
Because you said you would pay $300 a month, and you had nowhere else to go.
If you were paying for the whole brothel, it would cost a couple of $1,000 a month.
Yeah. Just for the pain and headache, Your Honor.
Thank you.
But
well,
you know,
I didn't
help
know he
people.
gives you a headache. $2,277. All right. Judgment for the plaintiff. I believe her, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. I hope that you go get a real job with your degree that you spent so much money getting
Get your life
for 4
together.
years.
I think you got a lot of things you need to worry about.
Trust
Don't worry
and
about
believe
me.
I'll be fine.
Don't worry about
You need
me.
to worry about you and
I
how
don't
you're
worry
going to
about
pay that
anything.
child support
I don't worry
every
about
month.
anything.
That's what he needs to do. He needs to get his own money, pay his own bills, pay his own cell phone bill, quit asking women to do his job for him. Period.
You just mad I don't want nothing to do with you.
No, actually, I could care less about that. I'm glad you want nothing to do with me. Then I don't have to feel sorry for you anymore.